On this case, the team gets invited back to familiar grounds. So we're headed back to Stagecoach Inn, invited by Alan, who's a team lead with the Wana GI Paranormal.
It's about damn time!
But it's good to see you again.
Nice to see you again, too.
Sure.
This is Carrie.
Hi,
Investigators. And that's Kelly.
Yep. Kelly, we spoke already. And,
beat us here.
And I think tonight is going to be just, we've already had some crazy activity here.
I feel their spirits connected to that tree. There you go.
Okay.
Does the night continue to build on their case profile with activity?
Did I scare you with my questions?
This is an amazing location. There's so much history and so many stories that go with it. And
Solid.
Was that a yes? You came here because you're married? Are you still mad that you came here?
Well, I know that I heard something back there moving around.
Oh, yeah.
As the Bible says, it's the Lord to judge, not us.
The grand finale captures things in real-time playback.
Because it was subtle.
Did you hear that?
I
I heard that.
Whistle?
Yeah, whistle.
The last session, we had a bit more activity. You could hear it.
And then
It's like that.
we get an, oh! We all hear it as it happens. For some reason, you've been trying to distract us from this room.
Was it more active than before?
There was a lot of activity going on then. If you recall, we were getting pulled all around upstairs for that whole period of time. We hear a sound in this room, we hear a sound in that room.
Well, thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you had a great time.
And then a blast from the past.
Alex! Come on in. Been a while. How are you, sir?
Good. Where's the camera? Oh, there it is. So now you have like your own little office.
I was gonna say, not many of the people on the current team probably even know who I am.
Yeah, be behind the camera and get some cool close-ups of Eric's nostrils and, I don't know, be like old times.
Making jokes about me or something during investigations.
I use you as a reference for what not to do. No.
Curious to see what's actually on.
Interesting to see. Coming to the home, I definitely.
Alright, so returning back to Stagecoach Inn.
I'm super excited. The last time we were here, picked up on some pretty good spiritual, personal events, I guess. But looking forward to tonight, seeing what happens. So this is going to be my first case in a while since I was kind of missing in action for a bit there.
You're headed back to Stagecoach Inn, invited by Alan, who's a team lead with the Wana GI Paranormal. I know of us in the car. You went on that one, so you've been there and you're familiar with the place. There's a lot of history on it, and I know that Alan would be glad to fill us in. Interaction with a possible child the last time we were there, so just continue to build on that. We love going back to places repeatedly because it just makes more a stronger researched evidence base when you do it instead of just one night for 5 to 8 hours of the whole year, you know.
I'm curious to see the place, the house. I like old buildings. Spiritually, I don't have any thoughts yet of what could be there. It's my first time being here at the Stagecoach Inn. I'm always pretty cold. I don't have a lot of thoughts about it.
Being my second time, I am super excited. I definitely want to see on if I can pick up on some of the people who were there the last time. See me, things change, if anybody new comes through.
I think it's really important to respect the Indian culture that might be outside.
But the big table in the kitchen is actually a table that they used during the Civil War for amputations. So since in between investigations, we went on a public investigation out in Illinois when we went out to SilCon Paranormal conference out there, saw some friends in the field and met some new ones. We went to Ashmore Estates.
No, I've never heard of this estate before up until that point. So when I went into it completely just cold to everything. I had no idea what was there, no idea. The most I knew was that it used to be a pork farm at one point in time. She did in fact want to be back with her sister. She was tired of pretty much the confinement of where she was. That she does in fact want to be crossed over, and automatically we went right into the whole making
an offering.
Yeah,
that's how we word it, because just like at Oskaloosa, we don't force a spirit out.
No,
we give them the chance. It's okay, you know, and talk to them.
Right, and we did ask her several times, is this what you're wanting? And that was a cool experience for me because I've never experienced, like I have experienced a little bit with it, but I felt there from the deal, and that was a really cool experience for me. It definitely made me look at things a bit differently. You felt like this weight being lifted off your shoulders. You felt so light. It felt so just finally kind of deal. Breathe again, I guess you could say.
Well, welcome to the club, and move on up to the big leagues. I've done several of those, and I know exactly what you mean.
It was an eye-opening experience, I think, and a very life-changing experience, because it really makes you remember why you do what you do.
And if you, like with Oskaloosa when I did that one, if you'd seen what I saw, you would have been just like,
oh my god.
The beauty, you know, the beauty of it.
Right, and it's like, you don't do this for the publicity, you don't do this for
I'm gonna get rich quick.
Or the fortune, and you do this because both people and spirit do need help. And
This is not the house, I know that.
nope, the inn will be on this side. Alright, welcome back to the Stagecoach Inn. Woohoo!
It's about damn time. You guys are slow. Hi. I haven't seen you in like forever. How are you?
Good.
Good. So we are at the Stagecoach Inn in Ida Grove, and I'm pretty excited to be here. This is my first time here. I arrived before the rest of the team, so I got a chance to do a walkthrough kind of on my own. Interested to see what we're going to pick up for the night. There's definitely some energy here. Just interested to see how much they'll interact with us.
Hey! Yeah, at least that. I'm glad you could join us in the field. You've been MIA.
We've been good. It's good to see you again.
Nice to see you again, too. We'll just kind of get straight into, you know, the drill.
Sure.
This is Carrie.
Carrie. Hi,
investigators. And that's Kelly.
Yep. Kelly, we spoke already and
beat us here.
And she seemed to be impressed with the location.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad you come up here.
Yeah, well, thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, you know, I think it was important that you showed up. We've had a lot of investigators here throughout the year, but when I knew that this occasion, the occasion of John Moore's death, I automatically just thought, I got to get you guys up here. And I just feel that you're the most tuned in as far as that goes. And I'm just looking forward to it, really excited. We've already had some crazy activity here. We had a motion sensor pointing at a wall so we could do our little walks around, and something set it off, but that's in the judge's room. And it's near the window, and that's where he would have been presiding over some of his cases. So I don't know, it was either a fluke or something, but Monica, my investigator, had to put her hand in front of it to make it go off. So
Yeah. Unless she did research on her own. I didn't tell her
had
anything about this
absolutely
place.
nothing
No,
about
you know
it.
me, I don't like
I
that.
don't really even post a lot about the judges' quarters.
No.
It's mostly, it's just about just the activity that I catch, and I don't really say who or what it is.
She's blooming. She's getting into her own. She's picking up on a few things. She had her first crossover experience at Ashmore Estates.
Awesome.
So, yeah, she's still chills about that.
He was just laughing at me. 3 days after this event, I'll call him and tell him everything I thought.
That's how she
I have
works.
to
She
process
processes it.
I have to really think about what I was feeling and really think about it.
The thing about the Stagecoach Inn, and I'm being perfectly honest, this place will consume you.
Oh, yeah.
I feel there's spirits connected to that tree. There you go.
Okay. And she's one that she hesitates still. She's, doubts herself. But
Eric, you might have to get better shots of the tree itself.
oh, okay. And I can use footage from the last one too.
I'd like to tell you something real quick that I think has relevant to what goes on here. After a time, I began to understand that there was something affecting my life indirectly. It was affecting my family around me, and that in turn affected me. And I got to the point where I just had to take charge of my own home again. And I informed whatever was there that my brother-in-law was a minister. And if it wouldn't leave, that I would forcefully make it leave. And he showed up the following day with his friend. They're from Pennsylvania. And 2 days later, his friend tells me, she said, I woke up in the middle of the night from a night terror. Of course, she didn't have any idea what I'm doing out here. She doesn't know she knows I'm a paranormal investigator, but she doesn't know my attachment, my history to this place. And she said, I woke up from this night terror and I could see into your brother-in-law's bedroom where I was at. And he was standing at the foot of his bed, asleep, staring at the wall. I felt that was just something really unnerving and strange. If there was something there that took advantage of his situation and was sizing him up, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just odd that he had never, he doesn't remember it.
Spirit, we're asking for protection tonight. Please help us have positive experiences. We would like to have experiences, but please make sure that the spirits understand that we are here to help, to learn, not to antagonize, definitely not to make anybody mad or to make any insults on anybody. Watch over us, protect us, keep us safe. Thank you. They held it sacred, and they would do the same thing,
Yes, it is sacred. It's something beautiful. And I need to have their permission on some level. And right at the moment I don't.
And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw it wasn't like a little thing, it was like a person, like an outline kind of, but it was not a full-on outline, and it was white, just go shoot right behind Eric, not right behind Eric, but along that path right there. So that's why I was wondering if anybody else has been picking up anything moving around while we've been out here talking.
Love all the antiques in here, and I'm really excited to see what we find.
In fact, they bring livestock in here, chickens and pigs, because at that time, the Indians were about, and they'd steal. If you look at the floor, see all these chips? That's from a hatchet or an axe. This is where they'd split the wood out when it was too cold to be outside. So this was the Stagecoach Inn. Everything else was added on over time.
Okay, so everybody just stays in this one room?
Right.
Okay. I bet little kids do come in here at times. Even just to play. Do you want me to?
I'm gonna set this right here, and I'm gonna call it.
We're just glad to be back, and we just did the setup, and we're kind of doing a light setup because they have a lot of their stuff here too. We just didn't want to put cameras on top of cameras on top of cameras, so we just kind of did a little half setup. And we're ready to go then for our first session, and we'll see here what we can find.
So yeah, this is the first case I've been able to join them on for a little while. It's the one that's, well, it's still quite a distance from home, but it's closer than some of them have been. So I'm excited to be back, and with Jackie and Carrie here.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Travel?
Travel.
Free? Recording. I don't have this one recording at all at this time, so I thought we already had two. I didn't want to record till we needed to.
This is a new piece of equipment that we didn't have last time we were here. So just so you know, this is kind of the upped version of the ghost box, which Kim always carried with her.
A lady that I keep seeing. Can you tell us your name?
Are there any American Indians here? Burn. Limb.
There, Pastor?
That voice came through more than once.
Almost sound like hi.
Enemy.
Lance.
Is a little child that was here last time we were here, 7 to 8 years of age, communicated from the crawl space upstairs. Is he still here?
He said son.
Is that what?
Son.
This tape, can you go off over here? It's this green light right here in front of me.
I heard a noise to the right of me.
I heard that too.
Was that you?
Yeah, I was thinking of going in there. And then in here over here next. Try. Yeah, isn't that neat? Are you the little child I spoke with last time?
John, if you're here, do you have anything to say?
I'm so sorry for whatever you were feeling or you're going through. There are some really sensitive people here that might be able to pick up more of your story if you wanted to tell them to them. It's not me. Unless you wanted to tell me, I'd be real excited. But there's some people that have really good skills in here, in case you want to share with them. Happiness.
Know this. I'll put it down here, and then that way nobody's touching it if you're a little afraid. And you can come up to it on your own accord and just walk by it, play with it.
None of these people
Noise.
here, I feel cold breeze on my leg every few seconds, but none of the people here have any desire to do anyone harm. They're probably some of the nicest people around
Jules.
and very open to others. So feel free to walk in there, and if you could turn that light on, we would like it. I know we're asking you to meet our needs, but we'd like to know if you're here.
It's gotten cool in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's your choice whether you do it or not. I'm sorry.
This is where I was having that K2 interaction, remember?
Yeah.
There was a little child here last time that I believe had freckles and kind of reddish hair. I mean, you just seem to have a connection with me specifically, and Alan was up here, and
Stuff at the Moorehead House Museum in town.
Yeah.
That seems to be where a lot of photos are at.
That's what I was wondering. 'Cause I keep thinking that there's possibly one exists. Yeah. Are you in a photo? Is a photograph? Yeah. Thank you.
Is your name Sam? They call you Samuel? Yes.
having a pretty intelligent back and forth conversation. Are you still here with us?
We truly mean no harm. We just want to learn from what you know. If we can help you anyway, we would help you. If we can. Did you hear that?
Was there
I
shuffling?
did hear it.
Was it shuffling?
I'm not sure what it was.
That's my fault.
Alright, well, if that was you, again, I'll ask nicely. Could you do that again, please? Is that noise you?
No, but it was annoying.
Who?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just heard skimpering, like not paranormal, but rodent.
Like creature-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for laughing.
It's like you at Sioux City. I just have to look real quick before I get...
And he screams and we all run.
Yeah.
A little bit quieter night. Lots of residual stuff that I could feel. Did have one spirit that talked to me quite a bit, but...
Are you attached to Ellen? Or do you feel a connection to Ellen?
But when you asked the question, whether something was attached to you, I don't know if you guys heard it, we did down there, we heard a maybe.
Okay.
So it's something I gotta analyze later,
Yeah.
but it sounds like it said maybe.
That's what we were just getting into, because Carrie just started kind of working on that. We're seeing if something attached to you and working on that
I
avenue.
said maybe.
Yeah.
Is the energy attached to Alan or has a connection with Alan? Are you present with us right now? It was going to be Kelly's last session before she has to take off early. It was pretty quiet. There just wasn't a whole lot being detected. That sounded kind of like a child. Is that you?
If there are any kids in this house, are you missing your family? Your mom? Your dad?
That sounded kind of like a child. Is that you?
I heard yes.
Did you just say hello again?
Is there somebody in this little cubby over here?
It was pretty quiet early on in the night with Kelly.
Not really a whole lot happened. More personal, picking up different things. The K2 went off a couple times, maybe here and there, but not a whole lot.
I think we should have Alan do a sit-in. Now he's here, so we're just wanting to see what that's about.
Is there somebody up here that wanted to speak with me? You can see me. So let's show a little respect by at least trying to answer some of my questions in the manner in which you know how. I think who's ever here, for some reason, excuse me, but I think I kind of piss you off. Is that the case? I've gotten a little indignant in the past. I don't try to provoke you, I just try to, I don't know what the word is, hook you into communicating with me, and sometimes it takes me to be indignant to do that.
I noticed a couple times that Alan had taken a bit more of an aggressive approach to try to get interaction out of what might be there.
Maybe you don't like the military, is that it? Because you know that I have a military background. 101st Airborne. Kicked ass.
If you would like one of us to speak for you, can you show yourself next to Alan? Just an orb or something?
Did notice that spirit seemed to taunt Alan a bit.
I don't think you're stupid. You stupid?
That aggressiveness approach by Alan would come out more during it. So it was an interesting back and forth to watch.
Are you provoking Alan?
I think so. Usually does. That's how it works.
But yeah.
Yeah. What, that noise?
Yeah.
That laugh noise?
No, like you hit the bed noise.
Yeah, I'm away from the bed.
Mentally handicapped. Like there's somebody here who was, and I've gotten it since we came up here.
Someone mentally challenged, maybe?
Yeah.
To think about the people who have passed through here and what they experienced, it's a really interesting place. So I'm very grateful I got invited to come out. So thank you.
It's okay to have a disability nowadays.
It's okay to do about anything these days.
My son has a learning disability. We still love him very much.
And we often help people cross over to the other side in a positive way. So it's not that we're anti the Bible.
No. I think you already know that my brother-in-law is a minister.
I'm so sorry if we're offending you though, because that's a very...
That was actually yelling. Yeah.
I'm so sorry if we're offending you, because that is a spiritual thing. That is not our intent.
My intent is to strictly find the truth. And if you throw the Bible at me, I know enough about the Bible, I can throw it right back at you again. And I don't read into it what I want to believe. I read into it as what it says. You know, the American Indians, they also believed in God. They call it the Creator. God? Yeah. They call it the Creator.
I know overall so far up to this point detected possible child presence and also a female presence.
So I am going to have to take off. I have some things I've got to do tomorrow, so I'm wrapping it up early while the rest of the teams keep going.
It sounded like there was either somebody in the staircase or room adjacent to the staircase.
None of us were.
Okay.
We were not around.
Alright, well, I think we'll go spiritually too, mixed with
That
the
was my
instruments that we have, and see what happens. And traditionally, historically, it's been more active on the spiritual side because you get in tune to it and you're starting to throw things out there, what you're getting, so it gets more active. So we'll just kind of do that. What did it say?
Come on.
Come on.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Said what?
Come on or come on. I'm not sure if I buy it or not, but if somebody had an affair, that would really disturb her.
Oh yeah.
Loving. Mommy. Got mommy a lot outside. Reverend, I got outside a lot too.
Holiday.
Did the affair take place on a holiday?
Remember May Day came up last
Beach.
time. Yeah, I remember.
But did the Peach kind, was the Reverend kind? Burn. Send. Is somebody worried that they're going to get in trouble if they go to heaven because they had an affair? Multiple
affairs?
Sorry for laughing. I don't mean to offend you. It's just an answer I wasn't prepared for.
Teacher.
Ooh, I heard that noise. That was good.
That's going on back here. I heard it before.
Once we started getting into the whole potential of affair situation, we heard a loud thud from the other room, which was, again, everybody heard it.
Who's in here? Come on.
Please don't be afraid. He's just trying to find information.
Who is that?
That was a pretty good thud.
I know. It's like,
Deep.
Martha? I got the chills. That's terrible.
Martha, do you hold these secrets for people?
You okay, Alan? Do you need somebody in there?
Anomalies.
Who's here?
Or Reverend, do you hold these secrets? For who had affairs with who? Or does that little kid know who has had affairs? Because it said mommy a couple times.
the irony of that is how he acted the last time I was here.
Who?
The Reverend.
Oh, yeah. You alright, Carrie?
No, I just don't know how to help them because I'm sad for them. Because lots of people have made huge, huge mistakes in their lives. But God forgives most mistakes. Ours? Yes, God forgives most mistakes. I find it very unlikely that you've made such errors that God will not forgive you. But again, you would have to ask God or your spiritual advisor. I don't think I'm talking to names right now, though. Once Kelly left, things started to happen quite a bit. We listened to the Ovulus a little more. It talked a lot about affairs.
There's something going on in here.
Did you want to come here, Martha? Or did you come here because you were married?
Wow.
Okay, tonight's getting stronger.
Solid.
Was that a yes? You came here because you're married? Are you still mad that you came here? Martha, I feel for you. I can't imagine.
Chills.
Okay, too.
I would have a hard time.
I'm serious. I got this feeling of just dread right now.
Well, she was probably brought here, because you're married. And once you're married back then, you move with your husband because you love him and you'll follow him faithfully. But wow, you give up your family, your friends, your life.
That was behind us. Did you hear that?
I did. Happiness? Were you promised happiness here? Or did you eventually find happiness here? If he eventually killed himself correctly? Is that correct?
John Moore did.
not
John Moorehead, the judge, he died in this room. He died of complications of pneumonia.
And she lived on?
Yeah. She eventually moved into town where
Casey's going on.
Dr. Moorehead lived, which is the Moorehead House Museum, right there on the corner of 5th and Moorehead. And I believe she probably passed away in that house.
Do you blame yourself for him dying?
Yeah, a little bit of K2 right there. An affair doesn't always have to mean literal, guys. Remember that.
No.
Could have been,
It could have been just something
guilt.
Guilt in your mind.
Could have been guilt for looking at somebody else and liking somebody else.
Or feeling moving on and
Yes.
feeling betraying the,
Yeah, because once you're married, you cannot be married to anyone else. And
yeah.
Maybe you had what you thought were indecent thoughts.
maybe lust towards somebody else that was just kind of your secret?
Or somebody liked her, and it made her uncomfortable.
Was that someone's stomach?
I'm sorry?
Was that someone's stomach?
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Did you hear it?
I heard it.
What was it?
It sounded closest to like a voice that was kind of a...
Yes.
If there's any drivers in this room, did you have any kind of illicit affairs with any of the guests?
Physical interaction with the equipment, it wasn't as high, but, you know, we might still have a lot of stuff later
Audio
on
evidence.
to find.
It was like, you know, okay, I'm going to be a little louder this time to bring everybody back here. To me, it was as if something was asking us to come.
It was luring.
Oh, yeah. That's the best way to put it. It could very well be that whatever we were talking to in this room, whatever was over there, was trying to pull us away from that situation.
And didn't want us to know what the affairs were.
Exactly.
Maybe, yeah, because they're starting to get a little
We were asking. I was at. Yeah, we were.
personal questions.
you're getting personal.
So yeah, that could be very well the case. You know, like you said, using that word luring. And
Not our business,
Lured us
like
away
Lewis said.
from whatever was maybe going to be revealed at some point. And it just distracted us away from what we were doing
Yeah.
because it was subtle.
Did you hear that?
I
heard that.
Whistle.
Yeah, whistle.
Nice. Was that you?
I caught that on Audacity. I know I did.
Yeah.
Because it was subtle.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Whistle.
Yeah.
There was whistling in the background. We were hitting on subjects that appeared to upset some of the spirits up there, but at the same time they appeared to be wanting to talk about them too, so it was strange.
We had a bit more activity. The K2 was going off a lot more. We actually heard a whistle, which was pretty cool. It was definitely AVP right there.
And all of us heard a whistle out loud. It was clear as day. Alan rushed to the other room to listen to it.
The child.
Let me know if you get it, Alan.
You guys all heard the whistle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
all heard. It was even better than the whistle at your house, Carrie.
All honesty, I no longer judge. I mean, affair, it was a affair. If there's multiple affairs, it was multiple affairs. I didn't live your life. I don't know what it was like, and I don't judge. And I know that the Bible took a big place in this house.
Audio's still going too, right?
As the Bible says, it's the
would've
Lord
caught
to
that,
judge, not us.
You can hear it. You can hear it.
And then
It's like that.
we get it's further down the line.
That's crazy.
That's a definite whistle,
Yeah.
and it's just very pronounced.
So on the audio later, I was able to actually hear the whistle, and it was really cool because it was something that everybody heard.
That's exactly what we heard.
Yeah.
That,
sure to save that.
I'm going to continue on, and you're going to hear the rest of the conversation. I'm thinking it's coming from that room
That's just in?
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah. Yeah, where we just were at. Oh, pulsating.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Kelly had to take off, and then of course the activity starts to get really intense. So I'm not going to let her live her down on that one. I've only really seen pulse like that at Farrar.
Yeah.
It's had that, yeah.
Is someone in here?
Three of those.
What's pulsating right now?
The K2.
The K2 was just pulsating. It was just acting really strange. I've never seen one pulsate.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's.
Are you guys happy that we heard that noise, that we heard the whistle? Was that meant for us?
Okay, we're recording again.
You're wanting to get us out of this room again. Which direction this time? Are you going to make a noise in that room? You're going to make a noise in that room? Downstairs? Let us know.
You know, when something like that happens, I just get just super chilled.
And that's a lot of the stuff you're getting at Edinburgh. A lot of it was you heard it and then you captured it, which is awesome.
That's probably the best catch we've had all night.
Oh yeah. Kelly left and then it starts getting...
Yeah.
Basically, we're starting to hear things out loud. We're in one room and then we're starting to hear like noises that were audible and hard to explain. Coming from another, and then it would just seem like it was pulling us into another room.
Seen somebody do something that they knew was wrong. I know little kids, they can't keep a secret very well. Teacher
Having an affair.
Do we have Sam?
Maybe it was a teacher that was having the affair with the Reverend.
Is it possible that some guy likes some guy? Back in the day, that would be very...
That'd be very bad.
That'd be tarred and feathered.
Yeah. Just want to throw this out there. That was a new twist. Did any abuse or, I guess, dirty deed involve a child?
I thought the same thing earlier. I find it hard to believe that in the stagecoach days, with the stagecoaches, nobody was ever taken advantage of.
Yeah, it was the Wild West.
It's not like today where you can just report to the police. Back then, I don't think you really had
You
anybody.
could report to anyone,
Yeah.
even if your husband did something. You were...
I'm guessing that this conversation's gotten a little uncomfortable. I think we're going to change track. And breeze.
As
Did
that
you
went
feel
out.
that?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you feel that?
I didn't over here.
I didn't.
I felt a real cool breeze. Anyway, I went out a second time outside. I couldn't tolerate it in here anymore. And I set out my truck, and this house just gave off this sense of just doom. It just said, like, don't come back in here anymore.
I'm getting chills. Something,
Yeah,
there's a change going
there is a
on.
change. And I'm talking about, I am really getting chilled.
This one's kind of not as...
Friendly?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
You don't want to hear what my thoughts went through my head.
No.
What?
Sam.
It said, "Bring it on." Sorry. That's
Challenging.
Yeah, it didn't say that, but
Yeah.
I don't hear words for words, but that's the emotion that came out of me.
It's the one that likes to, excuse my French, fuck with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the temperature's dropping.
It said, "Go ahead, let's see what happens."
The temperature is actually dropping in here. I'm watching it.
Feeling breeze? You feel it?
No, I just took account what it was saying. Right, we're heading down to get a drink, or
It went from
Yeah, just-
80.8 degrees down to 68 degrees. We had a and believe it or not, we had a
Yeah, puppies
6.7,
over there.
and we went down to a 68 degrees. It's right here.
That haze that I've seen with
Well, it's
activity.
darker in there most of the time. When I went in there, it was way darker than the other rooms.
Give me something. Give me anything that's going to tell me that you've had enough. 0.1 solid. Are you tired of me antagonizing you?
K2.
Is that it?
K2 pulsing.
Not here now.
It was shooting, it was pulsating a few times, or a little bit more than a few times, but it was pulsating. Then it'd shoot to red a couple times.
I bet you feel a little bit trapped right now. You've been drawing us from one room to another, And now we've got somebody in each room, and you really can't do anything about it. You can't say, hey, come over here, come over here. We're all kind of spread out. Does that drive you nuts? Are we kind of trapping you? Do you?
K2.
0.1. Solid 0.1 there. It's gone again.
Can you push that K2 a little bit further for us? Can you make it go all the way to the red? Just to validate that everything he's saying is true. K2.
Just kind of being polite. You know, I don't want you to feel cornered.
Chills.
If I really
K2.
cranked your motor here a little bit,
Can you push that just a little bit further, please?
Amongst all of us.
getting sound in my room.
Carrie is too over here. Starting to be like, I've had enough, people, leave me alone kind of thing that was going on.
K2 hurts. K2 is going to red.
K2's going to red.
It was.
Bother you, but I really appreciate allowing us to bother you.
I just got this lead to back out of there. I'm serious.
By that point, I didn't really know what their intentions fully were. But I didn't feel like I needed to run out screaming or peeing my pants or anything like that, so we're good.
I just had to back out of that room.
K2 hits.
Well, this is weird. This thing is way out of focus. I can't even make
Yeah.
you out.
Yeah, I just had the same thing happen to me.
Pulsating K2 hits.
You're getting K, yeah, you are getting K2s like crazy. I'm not. I told you I wasn't feeling well. That seemed wild. That I know we're saying I got this upset stomach, and then all of a sudden that starts reacting.
I don't think I have really any conclusions about what was going on here.
But the house definitely took on this strange aura.
Yeah.
And we are about to go, so I can go home and go to bed. Yes!
I went from 0 to 60, it seemed like, because I had started out pretty slow, and then that last couple sessions were.
And that can usually be the norm here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it goes from dead still to, like you said, 60 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all in all it was a productive night.
Yeah.
And I think there's some great evidence that everybody's got to go over.
Mm-hmm.
And
We have a long ride ahead of us still, and evidence review, and we'll definitely follow up. Stagecoach Inn definitely has some activity, and we'll see what more we find in the evidence.
but thanks for coming. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
well, thanks for inviting us back out, and we'll definitely share what we come across and finding the other good ones. Yeah.
And we'll make sure that you get whatever it is you need.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad you guys came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's great that you came up and revisit the Stagecoach Inn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping I get more people to come along.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not this year, it's going to get cold.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no heat in this place.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully we can come up and see us.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
Out.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you had a great time.
Alan, how are
Hey,
you?
Eric, how are you?
Doing good. This is Mary, case
Hi.
manager.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Come on into the end.
Thank you. So thanks for having us back.
Yeah.
And as you know, we investigated here at the end of August, and this is Mary's first time being here, so she's already
I believe it was
Yeah,
or August 28th.
Yeah.
It was the
End of
anniversary
August.
of John Moore's death.
So I just feel detached because it feels like my grandmother's home.
Mm-hmm. So evidence-wise, and you actually get a copy. It's in here on your own version of this folder, basically that it's identical. It will have the audio in there. That's basically what we found. It's mainly audio. Nothing in the motion camera video. Nothing on the 2 DVR cameras that we had hooked up. I was hoping to see something out by that tree, but nothing manifested. So the SP7, that means obviously it's a ghost box. So
Right.
it's audio, it's not EVP, but it's audio that came through. 22 minutes, 24 seconds in, we get child, it sounds like it's saying something. Have you heard that before and any things you've gotten?
Oh, absolutely. One of the first times that I investigated out here during the day, I actually made a statement. I had the recorder running and made a statement that I was just going to go upstairs now, and so I could keep track where I was at. And it's a very pronounced yes, and it sounds exactly like that voice.
Good.
This house, are you missing your family? Your mom? Your dad?
You sounded kind of like a child. Is that you?
Yes.
You sounded kind of like a
There's two different voices basically, so you hear.
So a lot of the records were lost about this location. We don't know completely who lived here after the inn closed down. Other families did move in here. We don't know if anybody else died here. We don't know a lot of things. So it's all kind of a mystery.
God. And you call it the creator.
And at the time you'd heard when that had happened, you might remember that. But we caught that pretty clearly. It's called the creator. God.
Yeah.
So, this one, of course, contained the infamous whistle.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be revealed at some point, and it just distracted us away from what we were doing.
Yeah.
Because it was subtle.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
That was phenomenal.
Subtle.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
Of course, the audio, and it was always irritating. The audio, they pick us up, but it's not. When you were there at the time, it was.
If you've ever seen the video of that, I had a camera down here. I had one actually in the community room, and I believe I had one at the base of the steps. I did have one at the base of the steps with audio. And that was not a whistle, that is a very pronounced scream. And I went the following day, I came back out here and placed my Sony on a tripod on every location that we had a camera, because I had people saying was something came from outside.
Screech owl.
And I had one of those whistles like a gym coach would use.
Yeah.
I stood not 15 feet outside the inn and I blew it as hard as I could. And none of the cameras picked up the same sound. And the camera that was looking up the hall or the staircase did not hear the whistle.
Ranking things, we have like the 5 different levels here. This one, the first one was no activity whatsoever at the time of visit. This one was a low. That's what it ended up getting. The moderate would have been above that. Moderate would have meant we had some photo evidence or at least one piece of video, something like it. Just EVPs alone and a couple personal experiences like we had, it fit perfectly within low for that time.
Right.
So that's what we got. Was there any questions or anything? I mean, it sounds like you got more validation help because things that you got, it matched up.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff matches up, and unfortunately, we don't have a trick pony out here where we can make things happen at our leisure. It goes when it goes, and it stops when it stops.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having us back, and hopefully, I'm just glad that provided a little more validation for some things you've caught and worked on.
Okay, sounds good.
Did something go off when we were talking?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, very good.
Just gonna say, I keep looking back there.
Well, I heard a noise originally. I just kind of ignored
Yeah, the lights actually dimmed out on the Maggie.
Can only be one person I know. Alex! Come on in. Been a while. How are you, sir?
Good. Where's the camera? Oh, there it is.
You know the drill. I knew when you were knocking, I knew that was you. Alright, so I know you haven't been here yet.
No, this is pretty sweet.
Thanks.
It's a lot roomier than the other pad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the apartment, they only have room for 1.5 people. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you have like your own little office, and it's not your living room and office and
kitchen.
and
Yeah.
everything on the bottom.
Yeah. This is nice because eventually I want to have something there, maybe shut that off so it's like like French doors or something would be kind of cool too.
Like the Titanic, sure.
So yeah, there you go. Read my mind. But thanks for coming out here. Have a seat and tell me a little bit about what's going on and
This is comfy.
what's new. Yeah. I need more of them, but
Me too. And like around the whole table here.
yeah, eventually it'd be nice. We've kind of substituted those chairs in here when we had actually more than 5 people show up for a meeting.
Maybe by season 7.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You'll have
We're
a
at
budget.
4. Can you believe it?
I know.
That's the thing I was going to talk to you about. You were with me from the beginning,
Yeah.
and I guess looking
Like
at
all the way back.
2010 to now, would you imagine that we're still? Do you think it was just going to fly by night thing, maybe?
What, our friendship?
The team, silly.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a long time ago, actually.
Yeah.
It is a long time ago.
Thinking about it, I remember approaching you about it. I'm like, okay, because you're interested in the paranormal we talked about when we were back at school.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, now I'm in a position to where I can start something if you want to kind of help me with it. And then you did, and then after chapter 1 you vanished. But beyond that...
Like a ghost!
So...
Got to see Eric's new place. It's pretty awesome. It's a lot bigger than the apartment, that's for sure. And yeah, it's just cool to catch up, see what he's up to, and you're the only original person from here left.
From Endeavors, we still have... Yeah, I think I'm from the very first few cases.
Well, you're the founder, so you kind
Jackie.
of have to stick around.
Yeah, well, I mean, could have easily did a team lead, pass it off to a co-founder, but no. So Jackie's probably the next oldest. She's kind of our senior investigator now. You're still around for production, but you only do the one shot like once a chapter. I mean, that's about it.
I make my appearance and then I run off again.
Yeah, and this is probably your only appearance.
Like a little boy into the night.
Well, hopefully you can go on a case again like old times. It's always exciting with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I get this new job, maybe I'll have some more free time.
But yeah, I mean, we've grown quite a bit since the days of you, me, Jeremiah, Chris, so I don't know. It's
I was
just,
going to say, not many of the people on the current team probably even know who I am.
unless they've seen old clips and stuff, yeah.
And hear you making jokes about me or something during investigations.
I use you as a reference for what not to do. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll have some more free time and on the weekends, and maybe I'll get to join in an endeavor and be behind the camera and get some cool close-up of Eric's nostrils and I don't know, be like old times. The company is awesome though.
Yeah.
They have a freaking dining center, so you can eat lunch there for free every day. They have basketball hoops, like a gym. They have like a workout area, free workout classes.
Well, we're hoping.
Awesome.
Is that like a Monday to Friday kind of stuff?
Yep.
So you have weekends maybe more, so there's a chance you could be back, folks.
There's a chance.
There's a chance. It's just if you feel like it now.
Yeah.
That's the thing, that the laziness will come in.
Yeah, you know, if you got anything going on in Ames, why don't you ever have any people have hauntings in Ames?
Well, you work on it, bud, and go up there and like pass out cards, man. Give you some business cards if you want. Well, do appreciate you coming by and catching up a little bit. So I'll do a little bro shake. Yeah. I don't know.
Good game. Good game. Don't pat me on the ass on the way out.
Don't stare at mine on the way out.
Walk out backwards.